Okay, folks, now we're going to make our hub. This is the design we're going for today. It's just called a common hub. Pretty much the first thing you want to do is pick out what you want to make your hub out of and lock it in this first machine. This is what we call a hub borer, and all it's going to do is drill a hole straight through the middle. It's pretty straightforward, and it's also pretty important. Without this, you can't put your bearings in the wheel and your wheel can't turn. So we'll quickly fire this machine up and drill a hole straight through the middle. And there we go. That's a pretty boring machine, so now we'll move on to something a bit more exciting, which is our hub lathe. So we'll take this out. We'll give it a tap to clear out any remaining debris, and then you should be able to see straight through the center. So it's nothing too fancy, it's just a big tapered hole. Now what we do is take our log and knock it onto what we call a mandrel. Now our mandrel's job is to hold that log inside our hub lathe. So we'll just slip this inside, knock it on, so nice and tight, and then we lock it in our lathe. Okay, now our lathe job is to produce our hub shape. To achieve this, it uses two sets of blades. A veneer knife on the far side will cut this down into a nice cylinder, and some profile cutters over here will cut that cylinder into our hub profile, just like what we see here. Now, before I do this, this is actually a fantastic opportunity to explain how we're distributing power around our workshop. So if you have a look behind you there, you can actually see our steam engine. So Ben's kindly pointing that out for you. Now, that's all the power in this workshop is generated. That power can be distributed via all these belts and pulleys above us. Now, the belt that's going to be powering our hub lathe is that belt up there. Now, you can see it's spinning around at the moment, but of course nothing's happening. Now, to turn this machine on, what we need to do is move that belt over to the pulley beside it. Because at the moment, it's on what's called loose pulley. So it's spinning loosely on the shaft, not engaging with any machinery. If we move that belt over, that pulley next to it's called a track pulley, and that's fixed to the shaft. So if it turns, it'll turn that shaft up there, therefore turning this belt and powering our lathe. Now to move these belts around, we have a bar which connects to a fork above that belt, and as I pull down, you're going to see it move over onto that tie pulley and deliver power to our lathe. And that's how we can turn all this equipment on and off. So now we'll turn our lock. One little warning, this machine can get very, very loud. So make sure to put your ears, especially for the younger ones among us. There you go. There we go. There's our top plate upgrade. So we'll turn this back off by moving that belt back onto the loose pulley, and that will just slowly power down. And there we go, there's our hub shape. So we'll knock this off the mandrel, and have a nice neat hub gets ready for the final step, which is to mortise out those holes where our spokes fit later on. So for that, we move on to this machine. It's our semi-automatic hub mortising machine. So I want it down this way a bit. Okay folks, now at this point of the demonstration is where I have a little bit of bad news. You see, this machine is currently undergoing maintenance. Now it is about 130 years old or so, so unfortunately this is just a fact of life that has to happen from time to time. What I'll do today is I'll talk you through this process, but if you are interested, I believe there's footage on YouTube. If you have a look for Sovereign Hill Wheelwrights. As for how this works though, you want to take your plane hub and lock in these jaws here. Just pretend that's there for now. And if you like, I'll leave this up front and you can have a closer look. Now, this machine, if you can believe it, is semi-automatic. So the semi-function is to drill out these pilot holes we have here. That's simply there to leave room for these larger chisels later on. To drill these out, you can see a handle back here with a drill parting down below. By pulling on that handle, you'll drill a hole into your hub. That's pretty straightforward. What you can then do is rotate your hub using this indexing plate over here. So that's this plate here with all these grooves in it, and by depressing this lever, that rotates your hub around the exact amount of distance you require for that next pilot hole, which is going to dictate where those mortises fit. So go around your hub, drill out all the holes you require. Once you've done that, you're up to the fun part, which is the automatic function, where all I have to do is lock this drilling down below, and this machine will do the rest of the job all by itself. Now, if I was to do this today, the first thing you'll likely notice are these two chisels will begin to rapidly move up and down, so around 200 RPM. So a lot fast market anyway. You're going to start to see this bench rolling our hub really rise up. Now that is thanks to this odd-shaped cam hiding down below.